land is your land. This land is my land. From California to New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. Yes, this land was made for you and me.
Hello everybody and welcome to Disconnected's first round coverage of the 2025 Arizona State Championships. I'm Ethan Wellin, joined in the booth today by Chris Brophy.
Hey guys.
Got feature round action here in round one at McPherson Park in Flagstaff, Arizona. We're going to be leading off with a par 3, 361 feet with Graham Russell. Graham is out of Lake Havasu, Arizona, a Masters age player that's still kicking it with the young guns.
Flagstaff is a beautiful place to play disc golf, if you can't already tell. Blue skies, white clouds, green pine trees. Lots of trees. Lots of trees.
There for Graham. Next up is Nicholas Duran. Nicholas is a 5-time junior world champion.
Nick is quite a player and does a lot of winning in Arizona.
That's Codi Wood into Circle 2. Cody's the highest rated non-touring pro in Arizona, 1021. And throwing it into the bullseye, that is Marcus Cathey. Marcus is out of Goodyear, Arizona, 6 pro wins, the biggest of which came earlier this year in Tucson. Big drop there for Cody. I wonder if that's maybe a little bit of first hole nerves, but maybe a little bit of that elevation factor, Flagstaff.
Big high elevation, and you'll notice those branches shifting around. It gets windy up there, up high in the mountains, so might have a little tailwind he didn't count on.
Just like that, a strong start for Marcus. Birdie at the first. Hole 2, another par 3, 285 feet. And it looks like we're going to see some of that signature ground cover, characteristic of many of these Flagstaff courses. Chris, it seems like a little uneven, if you get the pine straw skip or if you come in and hit a rock, so maybe the percentage play is just to go high.
Yep, given a run at the chains, you can't count on getting a skip up to the basket, so it looks like there's a high gap for these guys. Oh, maybe not that gap.
Caught up early for Graham. Nick is playing a flex sidearm.
He's got a real good forehand game. As many people do who started as a little kid.
Yes, it's much easier to get that sling with the sidearm for some reason when you're small and short-armed.
One of the features of Flagstaff, they have lots of targets, as we saw in that last shot.
There's a really nice correction by Cody after that low putt on the first hole.
Good putt.
Oh no, 1 week's away there from Nick.
One thing that's a little hard to tell on some of these holes is the uphill or downhill aspect. Some of these holes can get steep.
Yeah, sometimes when you're throwing even up a small grade at elevation, it just feels like the disc does not want to does not want to lift and glide to help you out at all.
So much gravity. Add in some wind, maybe a late turn.
Nice straight shot by Cody. That looks like it's going to be C2 look.
A little early there. Reverse skip, get away with it.
Wow. Great ground reaction.
Interesting standstill style there. One of the things that I'm not wild about with those standstills is that hard to get your timing and things can come out early like that or grip lock late.
It seems like that's just part of Graham's game. He did the same thing on the first hole.
We saw Nick do it there as well, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's a Flagstaff thing.
Well, it feels like maybe Nick did it like he was teeing off the back of the tee to try and open up that wide hyzer, kind of an unconventional secondary fairway.
Okay. It looked like it had a chance and the wind just shoved it down. Oof.
Nice confident stroke.
There you go, Nick.
Wind is really moving. These putts are not comfortable. 20-footer in a ripping crosswind. Three holes down and the golf is slow and steady, I think, early here. Got one more par 3 before we change things up. And it looks like you can kind of pick your gap to attack this little rocky shelf.
One thing that's super fun about that mountain golf, bunch of different ways you can attack it.
Mikey likes that. Great job.
That looked like a good way to attack it. Little slight inside out forehand.
Yeah, that's good. Oh.
Not as much width as the first two. Yeah, Graham gets knocked down. Nicholas wants to get some positive momentum going here. But he's going to have to wait for the 5th.
Thanks, Wilson. Sorry, bud.
Couple birds, couple pars.
Hole 5, our first par 4, and it's a short one, 534 feet, so expect to see scoring opportunities here. You can bite off 350 feet up the middle of this gap. Set yourself up with something slow, a putter or a mid into this pretty forgiving green.
Looks like exactly half the field birdied this hole. Let's see how our card does.
That's good.
Same tree, two very different reactions. Wow, so even on a 500-foot hole, so I think that's just the form for Graham. Really focuses on turning the hips and getting a big whip out of the standstill.
Roller? No. A lot of angle on that disc.
I mean, take that out. Go ahead.
What?
Wow, wow.
Almost got our cameraman.
Seemed like well out of position back there, but
Going for it.
yeah, attacking.
See if Nick can get this close. Nice touch.
knocked down early for Cody.
Got some work to do.
Wow, Graham really carried. Just caught a big skip. There's a good putt to get things going for Nick. So two birdies, 2 pars. They're on the 5th. And Graham's still looking to get something going, find his first birdie. Hole 6, another short par 4 at 473 feet.
This one looks like it might be more uphill. Still a good chunk of the field getting this one. Felt like you could just see either the gravity or the wind pulling on that disc. Did not want to fly.
Looks like it's going to be a good opportunity for Nicholas to go back to back. Oof. Looked like maybe a missed angle for Cody there. Throwing a little nose up this hill. We've got a ripping right to left breeze, it looks like. So very, very sensitive to that hyzer out. And it's happening again on the second shot here for Cody.
Especially with that right to left, so hard to get a disc to fly straight.
Yeah, you almost kind of have to force the nose over like Nicholas did there, but if you turn it a little bit too much, you just get smacked down.
We had a Masters World Championship here a couple of years ago and learned from some of the old guys that Sidewinder kind of acts like a destroyer up in these mountains. That nice straight finish can... Nice putt.
Marcus going back to back there, and now 4 out of the first 6. Great start. Okay. Not quite a third yet. We're playing 21 holes today at McPherson, so another par 3 at 252 feet. A lot of trees to navigate, a lot of different kind of scrambly little routes. Not a surprise to see Nicholas out for the sidearm. Well, that looked a little bit inside.
Looks like it's a pretty big right turn at the end, so can't blame him for trying to make sure he's making that turn and not pulling it down the hill. But looks like we got 3 for 3, taking it a bit inside. See if Graham can keep it wide enough. Oh, a little tight. Yeah.
They're definitely trying to just hug that corner as tight as they can, shoot the narrow gap. Oh my gosh.
What?
Graham. That'll right the ship after a difficult start. He buries it from, what are we going to call that, 120, 130?
Look at that smile, running it in. You get tired running it in from that far in this elevation. Careful with those jump putts with these rocks.
Yeah, you can see him kind of fly into the air and then spot the landing.
And that's some of the problem. Good putt, Nick. Oh. Ooh, never like seeing that.
It's a really tough momentum buster after a really strong start for Marcus.
Look at that wind push. Just pushed right out. Well, hopefully can take that in stride, you know. You getting long guide with a 100-footer. All of a sudden it's a 2-stroke swing. Hopefully can shake that off and keep charging. Sometimes easier said than done. Disc golf is an emotional game. And this hole looks hard.
376-foot par 3. Tight gaps. Definitely one of the highest scoring average holes on today's layout.
Oof, big ping.
Looks like we're going to be looking for a lot of scrambly pars here. Graham picks a good gap.
Do you think he made it again? Par's a good score here, though. Nick, good speed control. Oh, Marcus gives a nice little run.
Good putt.
Great putt.
I am weird.
For Marcus, after that bad spit on 7, it's nice to just have the tap in and not have the sweat of another 20-footer. I hate the feeling of trying to make a tester for par when you feel like you can't trust the basket.
This is a game of confidence. A tougher par 4, maybe, or longer at least. 6-11.
Finishing down the hill into the trees on the second shot.
It's gotta be good. Yeah. Within inches of the one.
Up here in the mountains, thin air. You get the right wind, the right angle.
Man, you're so close to that branch.
Might get guys getting a putt at it for eagle. Look at that bounce.
Oh, whoa. Oh.
Perhaps a little unlucky there for Cody getting into that log, not getting the full skip he was entitled to feeding down that hill.
Up and over.
Okay, it's a good birdie opportunity.
Lava Rock grabs him. Keeps him close.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Duran with the touch of a multi-time world champion.
His range.
Cody.
I hold him different angle. I'm trying to pump you up.
And we got a shout out. Colin Romig, the only eagle on the 9th in round 1. Nice shot, Colin. Hole 10 is a par 3 at 290 feet. Looks like a opportunity for a mid-range.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hold out that. Wow. You saw. Okay. Good off.
Beautiful straight shot by Cody.
Nope.
A little tricky throwing sidearms uphill once it gets kind of steep.
Oh, there's a line over there?
Easy to roll the wrist over.
That's perfect.
Good Good tree action there. Another good speed on the upshot there from Nicholas.
Oh.
Marcus. Let's go.
Weight is just perfectly judged on that hyzer finish. Reminds me of like a Nicholas Antila putt. Oh no.
Looks like some shenanigans.
And we're at the halfway point, more or less. Taking a look, and Atticus Abraham stands at the top of the leaderboard. A young golfer out of the Pacific Northwest, and now over at NAU.
It'd be a great place to go to school with all that disc golf around. Flagstaff is a wonderful disc golf town.
It'd be tough to sit in the classroom in Flagstaff. The 11th is a long par 3, but we've got the downslope helping the players on this hole, so looks like no problem reaching the green on this one. And for Cody, 2 bogeys in the last 4. I'm sure he has high expectations for himself in this tournament. He's the highest rated player. It'd really be nice to capitalize on a few of these stretch birdie opportunities to get the round going back in the right direction. But Nicholas makes a nice birdie. And Graham pours one in to get himself under par for the round.
Fours and the ones. Getting a little separation on this card.
So we turn our attention to the 12th. This is a really challenging par 3 at 405 feet. Bit of a stretch birdie, requires a big shot.
You throw a lightweight 4-2 speed as hard as I can to be.
Looks like Nicholas is going to be back edge of C2, perhaps in C3.
This looks uphill, which would be a pretty big forehand. This might play like a tweener hole.
Wow, Cody rips one up there. Good ground play. Essential on some of these long uphill holes, and the ground play is just not very consistent. Between the rocks and pine cones, these patches of pine straw in between the patches of grass.
Nicholas keeps his upshot close as usual.
Great play.
Cody gets some props for his 2.
Woo-hoo!
One of just 3 birdies on the 12th. Cody, as well as Isaac Yazzie and Tyler Winston.
Sounds like a little more like an eagle.
Yeah, gaining a stroke and a half, I think.
Lucky 13. Par 3, 3, 3, 3. It's like a big old turn at the end.
so hard to manufacture a late turn, late in-hyzer at elevation. So to me, this is the prototypical hole where, you know, sidearm advantage.
Not doing anything. That was a perfect drive. Stop.
Yeah, get that 90-foot skip like Cody just did. Nick going past it.
Hey, that's good. That's a putt. Oh, that's so tight.
Get through, a little tight.
Wow, really challenging spot. Flick of the wrist from Graham.
Birdie look, let's go. Got it.
Nice putt, Nicholas.
It's got a nice flat straight putt. Handy in the wind, handy on the hills.
Too strong.
Champ flex.
Just a tap in for Cody. And that moves Nicholas into the lead for our card. And I expect puts him right there with Atticus at the top of the division. We'll have to wait for our next check-in on that. What a beautiful tee shot this is. The 14th par 4. Through the gap and out into the meadow, playing downhill. Only 540 feet, so a very manageable scoring opportunity.
Took the words right out of my mouth. What a beautiful hole. I don't know if it's the sunlight or just having to pierce that gap into the open. Downhill flight.
Hit the tree.
Let's see how our guys do.
Oh, that grab. Oh, handy skip. Handy skip. Hey, that's not a handy skip.
Eesh.
Such a huge penalty to miss that gap.
Oh, the heck. What the heck?
That wind is pushing.
I was just...
I feel like this will not be a par now.
Yeah, he has to be really careful. Not make this any worse. This round is off to a good start. Okay. Wow, big skip.
Cool thing about playing in the mountains with a bunch of wind and a bunch of trees, any hole, you can just
No, that's the wrong basket. That's the wrong basket. That's actually
blow
fine.
up.
I mean, it's not fine. But
Big score change. Feels like it's getting windier as this round goes. Great touch from Nick again. Consistently staying close to the basket on his up shots.
It is just proving so valuable as this round goes on, as the wind gets tougher. These tweener par 3s and short par 4s, the second shot is the scoring shot.
You don't want a bunch of stressful 28-footers in the wind like that. You can just, you know, Nick's already taken the hole off. He has the opportunity to think about the next shot. Under the basket like that, definitely a benefit.
There was one eagle on the 14th in round 1, Isaac Yazzie. Don't know if you threw it all the way down there, Isaac, or if you threw it in, but congrats. 15th is playing 357 feet, a par 3.
Great shot.
Looks like we've got a bit of a helping wind, kind of a tail right to left, which I don't think you mind on this fairway shape.
Yeah, it looks uphill, so probably need to play that shape to get the carry and the help, make it all the way up.
You've never seen these like these. That's one time. One time.
Drop. There's a putt.
There you go. Good bounce back. Yeah.
I totally thought he had to pick this mini up. Yeah, like.
Next slow-mo off the top. Gave it a chance. You can do that on the uphills. Looked like he probably had the wind at his back, so it's going to drop even more. Fairly safe. Another beautiful hole. And what do you know? A lot more trees. And more rocks. And more wind.
520 feet on the 16th of par 4. Looks like we have a really nuanced entrance into this green, so bombs away on the first shot. Try and set up a good angle.
I thought you were a mile past that already. I thought you were too. I thought you were beyond it.
And Codi, by the way, quietly just getting hotter. Sitting on 4 straight birdies as he looks to try and overtake Nicholas.
He's a professional hat jockey.
Yeah, buddy. Sick guy. Oh, I'll take it.
But I think Nicholas blasted it past him on this one. Way up to the foot of the hill, rising up to the green.
That's still not bad. Not quite. Oh, stay up.
That did not fly at all. Get under it.
Oh yeah. Nice shot.
Okay, good.
A tricky little gap.
Yeah, I think Graham was knocked down on that short right corner.
Dang.
That was all the way for Marcus. Bit of a battle emerging now on the card as Nicholas and Codi are trading blows, trading birdies. The two of them are a combined 8 under through the last 5 holes. And Marcus trying to keep pace as well, putting back-to-back birdies after that double bogey on the 14th.
Way to shake it off. Save and keep going, finish strong.
That's it.
340 feet up over this little rise on the 17th. To choose a gap. You have to be really careful with your nose angle when you're throwing up a rise and then onto a flatter shelf.
Yeah.
See all these discs wanting to tail away left as they run out of speed. I think that's all created by that bump in front of the basket, in front of the tee, excuse me.
I think I'm playing to the end.
Yeah, you can see by the way these discs are bouncing around and those branches shaking. Looks like the wind's probably getting close. You know, up in the teens, maybe 20. Nicholas, getting hot.
What a pot.
And Codi answering.
We do have a nice little battle here. Let's go.
Yeah, 5 straight now for Codi.
Nick showing off the weapon of choice there. Par 3, 441.
That is a big par 3. Looks like a little bit of a downhill finish to help our players out with the distance. And a nice little reaction and roll from Codi for a chance to keep that streak alive.
hard. Roll the wrist.
Oh! Hit a house. Hit a house. Oh.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. No skip there.
Oh, shit. I think it did.
The tailwind just slam these putts down.
Yellow flag. Yellow flag. Yellow flag.
Only 3 birdies on the 18th today, so really challenging par 3.
This card is separating.
3 holes to go. The first is the 19th, par 3 at 353 feet. And Cody continuing to control the box, trying to keep applying pressure.
It's gonna be a really good birdie.
I think with tomorrow's Saturday round going over to Little America, these guys are, especially Nicholas and Cody, are trying to do what they need to do to lock in weak card positions, stay on this disconnected coverage. I think Marcus probably has a shot at that as well, but he's going to need a hot finish.
A smooth backhand. It's a nice looking throw. We'll have a tough right to left wind putt. Maybe just outside circle's edge. Right to left wind's tough when it really starts moving.
Absolutely is. You have to. Oh, almost poured in by Cody.
Oh, that's big width, but supported. Excellent.
I'm not sure, was that the robot? I'm not sure what we just saw there.
Good to see these guys having fun.
You drop your own.
That is the name of the game.
And the bogey by Nicholas there drops him back into the tie with Cody. That's the first time we've seen any kind of a mistake, any kind of a slip up from Nicholas on those approach shots, which has just been so dialed today.
Good. Push.
Ooh, good play. Got out of the tunnel and kept moving forward.
– 267 feet. That's a lot of wind up from Marcus to cover that distance. I like these shorter chop strokes from Nicholas and Cody down the short fairway. You find a little more accuracy there. But he's made a great approach shot. Put himself back on schedule.
Yeah, you might not fly the whole tunnel, but so crucial to at least make the mouth. Or you could keep lumberjacking your whole way.
Good run, Cody.
Oh my goodness.
Tourniquet putt for Nicholas. Secure that par.
Yeah, I guess you can run those outside ones as long as you're going to hit your comebacks. Still seeing lots of smiles. Last hole.
Hole 21's a 290-foot par 3. Definitely an opportunity to close the round on a positive note and carry a little momentum over into round 2. A little mid-range flexor for Cody that just gets a little bit too far on the right side of that gap.
Ooh, almost hit that short metal bush.
Do the cut off?
bit wide, it looked like, for Marcus. So nobody in great position.
Okay. Nicholas with a dead center and so close for grab.
Graham wanted that putt to finish his round under par, but it's going to be an even par first day for him as we take a look at the leaderboard. And sure enough, Nicholas Duran with the 8 under is going to be the hot round. He'll be joined tomorrow's coverage by Mitchell, Codi Wood, and Atticus Abraham. For Chris Brophy and Disconnected, I'm Ethan Wellin. We'll see you in round 2.
See ya.